you know. So when I began to get older and could understand what they're saying, it was interesting, you know, how these people spoke, you know, how they could make us laugh, how could they make us cry, you know. So and then I started to dig much more deeper, you know, with, okay, it's art, these people are acting, this is not who they are, but there are cameras there. So I started to understand. So I was fascinated about this whole thing in art, you know. For me, as their leader, I think Babona, I think I need to set an example. Guti, give me finance. Finance is very important. No, make no mistake. But I think give me what into being drive over the years is the passion and the dedication that I have, and how much I love this particular craft. I'm sharp. I'm not my awards, you know. I'm not my awards. I'm not young kid. But at the end of the day, whether we like it or not, as what all you need. It's a flame. So I think that that's what you young force ukuthi ngicabange beyond the stage, beyond being a creative, but start to be an artist, start being in the business of arts, not just an artist.
Yeah, welcome to yet another show, another episode of Ehubyeni. Today our guest is a very special one, a young man who goes by the name of Thabang, Smallisto Mboshane. For me, you know, like I always say, I always bring the best, you know, the best cream that is unrecognized. My brother, introduce yourself before I talk a lot about you.
My name is Thabang Mboshane, but people know me as Smallisto Mboshane. I'm from Davidton, born there, bullied there, raised there, everything there.
Yeah.
You know, so Davidton like runs through my veins. I'm an artist. I'm in the art business. I'm a thespian. I'm a theater. I'm a writer, director, producer, and a film. Somewhere.
Yeah.
Film,
Yeah.
But when it comes to theater, I think that's where
you excel.
Yeah, that's where most of I'm fully excited because in already, so I don't want it to be big.
Yeah.
So when it comes to theater, good long knowledge
Based on experience, of
Based on
course.
experience.
You've been in the industry for some time.
Yeah.
And what's important about this conversation is the fact that you are self-taught. I think that has to come. It made it have a pambi.
Yeah.
Currently, we are sitting here with awards that. Some of the awards, of course, some of the awards, because they're not all here. But unfortunately, our table is very small, you know, just like you, you know. But otherwise, your achievements, I mean, they speak volume, you know.
Yeah.
They speak volume. Like maybe we can just start by tell us why arts? Why arts? Why did you choose to go into this field?
You know, I've been asking myself that question. I'm answer different each and every time. I think if you got manje, I liked being in front of people and talking and attention begin when I was still growing up. You know, cracking jokes, mimicking people. I think art was the only field that could accommodate me with that type of skill. Yeah, but as Iskatsiva, obviously you get to find out that's not what art is just all about, you know. So, and another thing, Futi, you know, there was this brother of mine who introduced me to TV. His name was Steven. So Steven, he used to watch. I used to play with him a lot, and cool. So I used to play with him a lot. So whenever go figure. Is Casa Mind language about Martin, about Will Smith, about Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. He used to disappear because he wanted to go and watch those.
Yes.
So I ended up putting because he was the only one I think who could understand me. I didn't even understand the language, why he was laughing, all of those things. So I started enjoying whatever it is that I did not understand, and then I must draw. So he had to move out of Endlin. So there was a period where he so draw avaya. The only way for me to connect and I can to watch those. So it reminded me of him, you know. So when I began to get older and could understand what they're saying, it was interesting, you know, how these people spoke, you know, how they could make us laugh, how could they make us cry, you know. So and then I started to dig much more deeper, you know, with, okay, it's art. These people are acting. this is not who they are, but there are cameras there. So I started to understand. So I was fascinated about this whole thing in art. You know, a person can become a doctor on the next show, he can become a killer, all of those things, you know. So I was fascinated about that, you know. So that's why I was like, art, this is where I wanted to go. And at home, they wanted me to be a doctor or a lawyer. So I was like, nah.
Yeah. Isn't it interesting, though,
Nah.
what type of experiences that you would get from just portraying characters? I mean, like, by virtue of you being a doctor in a certain character, it kind of like gives you experience and gives you the idea.
Exactly.
So you become wiser and you have more information than just a regular and a normal person.
Yeah.
That is why even when you have a conversation with just a general person, it becomes a problem. But that was cool.
And it's what we do, because whenever you research a character, whether you are writing or acting or producing or directing, you dive deep. You know, you go to this world, and then you explore this world in a week, in a month, whatever, and then you come with information that will take people years to understand, to comprehend. Nama lines, nama actions, so it's very interesting what artists do. People do not. I think we do not get the respect that we deserve. Which we do all of these careers in just a short space.
Space of time.
And I pull me, you know, if I do a lawyer, whatever law or whatever lawyer that I'm portraying, whether it's a criminal lawyer or a business lawyer, entertainment lawyer, that information will never ever leave my brain. So it will always be here. If I play a politician, it will never be here. So I'll know I'm right. I'll know that politician, Lapi TV.
The acts and everything.
So you know that. So only artists can do that.
Yeah.
Nobody else.
So are you saying to me that maybe we should start talking to our government and tell them that actually arts is the best form of education?
Exactly. Because we can, if they could hire us to be these ministers and MMC or MEC, I think we can do a much more better job.
Imagine.
Because I've played a doctor before. I know what medical field, lapa medicine basokola la, because nyile para nyile far east nyile anywhere, and I could research it. This is what they are suffering from. Ama diseases are likely in this particular area. This is where ama resources are not what. So if I'm going to become a minister,
yes,
rest assured I'm going to do a much better job. I have the information.
Imagine when Mboshane, if we were going to have John Kani as the Minister of Arts. And then we have Usilo Makega as the MEC. We have Kenny Makenzo as the MEC. You know, like the industry would be balanced. You know, like it's people with information who are actually connected to the space.
We'd be very far. Instead of them giving us someone who doesn't even know what a canvas is. It's a problem. Who doesn't even know what you know, they give us a person who doesn't understand what art is. As I write in a sketch school, the people that represent us, I'm sorry if I'm gonna sound otherwise, but the people that represent us do not know anything about the art. But if we were to get Brazil, John, you know, we'd be very far. You know, Hollywood would not have anything on us, because rest assured, South Africa is got serious talent.
We are the best, my brother. I'm gonna tell you, I'm surrounded by giants. You know, I'm surrounded by giants, including yourself. You know, I took a look at your work. You know, the context of your work. You know, the depth of the work that you produce. You know, like the latest production that you did. You know. It's so touching, you know, especially the one that you were doing where the priest actually is sodomizing the one of the kids and all that. Bruh, you know, if you really sit down and look at the depth of that production, it touches a lot of spaces. Like, where do you get the bravery to just go and say, now I'm just going to be robust like that and go back? Straight in the bin.
I don't know, I think I do not have lines. When it comes to me writing, I write what I like. Just like Steve Big, I write what I like, you know. And I feel like there are certain stories that need to be told. When you speak about that production, it's based on a true story.
Yes.
There was this young boy that Ukule, it was a one. So at Gibo they didn't have much. you know, so they weren't treated ngendlela sharp. So he didn't have much. He couldn't afford these fancy shoes. So as Iskhat Masvaya, he joined Inkonzo. And then that priest took advantage of that young boy.
Yes.
You know, it went on for years, you know, bay to me around, you know. So I felt like it is, I couldn't do anything for him, but I felt like it was my job to make people aware of this is what's happening.
To tell the story.
To tell the story.
Yeah.
And when I dug deep and did my research, it's happening with my church, it's cutting aspire, you know, not just for but sometimes they do rituals. Because certain priests believe that if you sleep with young boys, they get some sort of a power, you know, some sort of ritual, the candles that they light, it was like that, you know. I went to some dark research, you know, went to this church where there's, I'm not going to mention the name. Where they,
yeah, of course.
But there's those rituals where those boys, you see them, they're looking beautiful with their uniforms and standing there at the front, they're looking so cute.
But they go through a lot.
They go through a lot, you know, and you go to internet and you read about I was once that boy, and I met Nomfundis who took advantage of me at this young age.
Yes,
in his deathbed, he called me and wanted to apologize. I couldn't forgive him, you know, and it was not just me alone, but there were a lot of kids that he did that, you know, and how they target their victims, you know. So for me as a writer, it was interesting, and I thought that, no, this story needs to be told. It doesn't matter whatever backlash that I'm going to get, but this story needs to be told, you know, in whatever platform that I get.
You are going to tell the
or
story.
Big, I am going to tell the story, because that story is very important, because we do tell stories about girls being raped and molested and whatever, or abused. What about Amajida? You know, I feel like people do not talk about what we Tinabachida go through, you know, why we are scared, why we are choosing guns, why we are choosing not to get married, not to have kids, why are we molesting our kids, you know. They do not know what some it goes
deep.
We are somewhere, yeah. So I feel like it's my duty as a writer to tell that story.
The technique, my brother, the technique. You know, you use a lot of physical theater, and yet you've got a lot of drama and action, and the level of suspense that you get to build in that space. You know, normally when people do like your physical theater, it's normally entertainment, and one has to read between the lines.
Yes.
But you know, when you do your physical theater, it connects with the background of the music and connects with the story, and then it connects with the dialogue at the end. How are you able to do that?
I think, okay, there was this guy that I went through. I mean, I believe in Ugutu will teach me something.
Yeah.
So there was this guy, Upra Oscar Novice. They once, when I was still beginning to write, they once told me that his script needs to talk to you. At some point, it needs to talk to you. On the most bala or no direct. So how I when I write something that I feel. One, so I need to feel what this character is saying. So if that character needs to make my audience cry, I need to cry first as I am writing it. And if I am going to do something that's so I need to laugh. So I think that's how I master it, because I played it in my head, I directed it in my head. So when I get on stage, I have everything, even the songs. So you can say grand, you know. And fortunately enough, Mangtola, actor that's willing to go the extra mile, then it becomes much more easy. You know,
it flows.
It
comes together.
Exactly.
Yeah,
so Angna secret, this is what I do. So it's I let the story talk to me, let the script talk to me. If the time is right, stage. If I have the right actor, then everything becomes easy. You know, those who have worked with me before, they will tell you, my result room, it's fun. It's fun, but and then sometimes it's hard. If I need to buy my plastic and close my window and make it dark, I do that.
You do that, yeah.
If we need to go to rehearse for me to do it, to do that scene, let's go to a church. Let me molest a theater. Pastor, go in the pulpit, we feel that particular
connect
with the environment, so that it creates an image that will never get out of your head. Let's go to a church, let's play it, let's close all doors, let it be just me and those actors that are involved in that particular scene. Not everybody else, just me and those actors that are involved on that particular scene. Let's play it over and over again. It will make us feel otherwise. All of us. Me as a director, you as
the emotions there.
We understand. So masifaka a stage already in memory say lana engqondweni. So it becomes easy for me to just put it on stage and just go to nidlala, you know. And then the music part, you know, I'm a very big fan of music now, Tani music, you know, and I watch a lot of movies. So I think it's interesting. So I'm a movie. It's this background songs. You know, how they connect with
the scene, the particular scene, or the particular emotions that are happening at the time. Yeah.
So even can I mumble music somewhere and then this scene is happening, it just comes back. And then while that scene is happening, I play my music. It's whether in my phone or speaker, and then if it's done, then it's done. That's how I do things. So my acting becomes so intense.
The energy in your rehearsals, my brother. Now, I'm going to talk about the actors. Your selection of actors. I think the people that you are working with right now, I think you've trained them very well that I don't think you can let them go, you know? Because they keep showing up in your shows and they, you know, they're very versatile. You know, they're not stereotype actors, you know? I know, I will make a simple example of Uvusi.
Yeah,
you know,
Uvusi,
he moves from one character to the next with ease, with flow. I don't think he wants to see himself anywhere else except in the rehearsal room. You know, and also the norms in that space of your rehearsal. I know sometimes I get there and I find you guys in Gladi border. You know, the piece in Kichimisi Kalubati, Kalumkusha, you know, all these indigenous games that comes into part to form that connectivity. Now, how are you able to keep these boys knowing that finances are not in good standing?
I think for me, as their leader, I think Babona, I need to set an example. Guti, give me finance. Finance is very important. No, make no mistake. But I think give me what into being drive over the years is the passion and the dedication that I have and how much I love this particular craft. I think they took that from me because that's what I instilled. I didn't stop them from going out and getting jobs. But I said, if you're going to do this, the skill is going to be that high. I'm not going to promise you any jobs, but I'm going to promise you with the skill is going to be at this particular level.
Skill development.
Yeah, we understand. Skill development. So that's why they are still there, because of that particular skill, that particular perfection that they are still running after. I always say that perfection is what we are up against. We'll never get it until we die. But if we keep on running after it, then certain things will come after. It's so vela while we are running after those particular things. So, in my rehearsal space, the reason why I choose Gladi Soccer sometimes is because these people need to go a stage babonke. So they need to connect in every way that is possible. Rehearsal are intense. So I need to play. Remember, we're doing plays. So we need to play. We need to do bola, party.
To maintain the energy.
To maintain the energy. And so that they can connect. Because they play something off stage, whatever it is. So they need to know each other off stage first and connect off stage so that when someone character, because you know we are an actor, you know, but sometimes exactly. So sometimes we want to character, but if connect the team, they can easily make you tap out. You know, so my rehearsals, that's why party, you know, we play 50% of the time we play, even if we have a performance in 3 weeks, the first week, the whole entire week we play cards, we play game, and the next 2 weeks we know which is going to be hectic. But I have that playfulness, saying if I get they have gelled as a team, they had fun. Now another stage when they get on stage, they have fun. Then it's easy. So before you can make an actor play someone else, they need to know and understand who they are first, so that they can be able to perform. Lana Bakona. So that's how I run my
people, don't be confused. We are not acting. This is actually an interview. You know? Tell me about this, my brother. How did it feel? I mean, I was there to support in some of the productions when we were going through the journey. It was a tough one, my brother. I remember it was a tough one. It was a tough one, you know. But yeah, tell us, my brother. You know, these two and the others that you have left at home.
I think there's no. I can manage being recognized or awarded for something that you do. There's no feeling that can describe that. Would you be recognized and be awarded for something that, for sponsor, it's a feeling that it's next to, what, a feeling a corner, but it felt, it felt, it was my efforts, my time, and everything that I've invested. There is someone who says it. There are some people, okay, there is something that he's doing. Who are recognized. Being nominated, it's something else, but a winner, it's something that,
it's on another level.
It's on another level, Good to win and back together this particular award. It's something that will make you okay. Look, the finances are not here yet. If you don't know why. I was, but as long as you still have this particular skill, Guba easy for you to do. So they inspire.
And they keep you going. Yeah?
They keep me going.
Yeah, they keep you
whenever you want to quit, you're fun. I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna write. So it's something else,
I was saying to a friend of mine earlier on today, and which is a conversation I normally have with my partner, the Cops, that I say, if it happens, God forbid, that I leave this earth,
yes.
My name will be written in the books of internet. You will see me until 200 years to come. It doesn't matter the impact that now you might not feel it, but this is an investment that is long going, it's something that's going to stay there forever,
Which is very important.
You have written your name in the books of arts. You have written your names in the hearts of big directors. You have placed your name in the brains of abo big directors like Abo John Gani. You have written your name Gushashalazi. You have written your name in the big stages. You have written your names in Jimmy Steen Theatre. I think you are one of the most professional productions that has ever performed at Tumsalima Silela Theatre, How do you then find balance not to have a big head around all of these achievements?
I think when I go home, I think my family keeps me grounded. I think a family name, I think I'm the only one who does arts. So I can't celebrate. Can't no Thabang. So my family keeps me grounded. Jobang is he keeps me grounded. He's still a podcast. Booyah food. So family yama academics. So the art is something that they don't understand it. So now they support it, but they keep me grounded. And so when I'm award, so when I'm award, Capim Kun. Or France Cape one. So, but in my family, it helps me. I come from a family of academics, so it helps me with my baby down. Exactly. So my family keeps me very much grounded, and even the life partner that I have, we are both in the industry. She now papa.
Balance.
So she keeps me grounded. So, but in most cases, I feel like somehow the award winning. But I try to keep that at the limit because I still want to do more. I feel like I'm just touching the surface and try to feel. I'm just scratching.
Hence the continuous conversations about projects that we need to do together with everybody else.
Exactly. So even if I'm big-headed, I doesn't want to work with someone who so I always want to learn. So that's what keeps me grounded, The awards are here, but
yeah, but the work must continue.
the work must continue.
Film. Talk to me about film. What are your plans around that?
A lot.
Yeah.
I have a lot of plans when it comes to film. I'm planning to shoot my first short film this year. I don't know which script because I've got quite a few, but I'm planning to shoot my first film gulo nyaka lo. Nakanjani ngamaphela short film, I'm gonna shoot it.
Yeah.
Ngiyafunda. Now I'm still learning.
Research.
I mean, I'm one person who researches. So yeah, I'm researching. You know, I'm a camera angles. What cinematography? So I'm still learning. So I want to shoot my first film this year. I feel like if I'm gonna shoot it this year, I'll get it. I haven't passed over the child.
Why so man?
I feel like what we see eMzansi okwamanje.
Sisabukela nonsense. Sisabukela izinto ama-Briquettes Cup, ama-production ama-Briquettes Cup lapha. Yeah, bafaka na ubungani.
Exactly.
Nangama followers, ama-actors wakhona ukuthi nama-followers ayini.
Ama-models.
Sijwayela kabi lapha.
Yabo.
Yeah.
Uthola le scene mele be intense.
Inyembezi
Yabo. Wow, Carl. So I feel like South Africa kumele kube nabantu njengoba ngithi kuzoshuba there are production companies that are doing a very good job.
Yes. Of course.
They are very there. So you see what Bomb did ngeYizo.
Yeah.
I liked it.
It's still untouchable.
It's still untouchable. You know, it took actors.
May
so rest in peace. Hey.
Sure, that guy was my role model. He was one of my role models. Be offended. One of my role models. Because,
speaking of
sure.
Let's talk about how he found your friend.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I remember him speaking on TV. He said that, you know, we had everyone is in Castile. We were just missing Javas. Missing another Javas. Everybody came on audition. I was like, no, Javas. I said to myself, no. I said to my partners, look, can I go and look for Javas, Nina? You know, and then he went and I think he watched the show Ehubyeni Festival and then he saw him. He knew from that moment to die.
Dangerously.
You know, he found Java. So I always go back to that story. I wanna do that. I wanna bring South Africa raw talent because I work with raw talent. I work with community groups. You know, people who don't have many followers, people who don't have anything to lose, people who can do anything to portray a character to them.
People who are hungry.
Yeah. So what they did, they brought people who were very hungry and they gave them this beautiful or big platform and they excelled. Even to date, I feel like South Africa, we've got great series acclaimed, and but I feel like Izo is still somewhere top.
It's number one. It's number one. I think it was the main introduction of top quality services in the country.
Exactly.
Yeah. And it still maintains the position. Even I think it's back on. Is it Showmax on Netflix? It's corner somewhere there.
Netflix, yeah.
You know, I just go there and look for a particular part in Ifuna and he's taking you out.
Yeah.
At this time, I was writing stages myself. When Kichimapes go stage, hey, yeah. Now I know Guti. Life partner, you mentioned life partner and so on. But I want to talk about your TikTok initiative. How is it going though?
We because of his span, we haven't been shooting a lot because of the work that we do. So currently we are busy with another project for school, so it's keeping us very, very, very busy.
Yeah, the school solidarity program.
Yeah. So we haven't been shooting a lot, but it's been going great, you know.
And the response, the support.
The support, it's so amazing because for us it was us relaxing. TikTok was something that we loved watching it. Said no, let's do it.
We can do this thing.
We can do it. And but for us, it wasn't us to get many followers, but it was us to relax and connect as a couple. But how people responded to our content, we were so amazed. We were like,
I'm one of the people responding to the content, by the way.
We understand. It was okay, especially with songs that I grew up listening to. And how everything just took off. It was so amazing, But it also made us more aware of good now. We need to be aware. Good now. We just not just people want to but a brand.
So you are a brand.
Yeah. So say brand how we work, how we content it. We can't just shoot and just share. So we need to look at our content.
The whole discipline must be applied.
We understand. But for us, C2, it's a bit easy. It's for us because we are in the entertainment business and we do these things each and every day.
Actually, it was made. TikTok is supposed to be for artists. The newcomers comedians jokes are fun. Sure.
So it's TikTok 14 again. It's that, we use it to push business, and what we have in store, it's something else.
Because the concept is very different.
It is.
There's no voices there. It's just mimicking. Songs, especially Kwaito songs. You know what impact it makes, because it reminds us where we come from. It's history. In you are telling history, but not aware, because I think you need to tell these guys what the handle is, so that they can follow you. And understand what I'm talking about.
It's Kasi Breed. It's Kasi Breed. Just look for Kasi Breed Productions or Kasi Breed. Uzoibona. We do quiet, we do house.
The content is great.
We do
great.
Mzansi hip hop, and man, we're gonna go into gospel. Sister Rips.
Back Sunday, sister.
But we have a lot that we're still going to do on that page. My significant other is also a fashionista, a fashion designer. So we want to also expose that side. Okay.
Because you are in the arts, my brother.
Exactly.
I think it's you work every day around the clock.
365, 247.
Just
art.
Now the question, Makenge.
Mara, I guess I just have a comment. It's beautiful that you're not only focusing on the art itself, but also the business aspect of it, which is the biggest thing that La Sileka Kona. Many creatives focus on being creative. They don't want to engage in the business side of things, and then that's where kusasa la monga sekho sithi ayidlisile athi bona shona kanane kumele sizesiphekise ukuthi asincwabe. So it's beautiful that you are also engaging in that and seeing TikTok as a platform which you utilize it to engage the business side. And question is ngandlala ngabanzi ukuthi how did you find the balance, or where did you see ukuthi yes, I'm a creative, but also there's a business side of things, although it's not your main focus, but to actually handle that?
I think the more you grow, the more cool. I think minindlala. And so when I speak of indlala, I speak of you needing money. Money becomes something that you need, not just something that
you want.
It's something that you need. It forces you to think out of the box. It forces you to be business minded. So as much as you want to be on stage each and every day, you get to realize it really, really does not work. I need to make this
work
profitable. It needs to pay me, so that I can go back home with something. I'm sharp. I'm not under my awards. I'm not under my awards. I'm not young kid. But at the end of the day, whether we like it or not, as what all you need. It's a flame. So I think that's what into young force ukuthi ngiyenze ngicabange beyond the stage beyond being a creative, but start to be an artist. Start being in the business of arts, not just an artist. Yeah.
Twana function. Ukraine. Yabona. That's fire. But man, basically, thank you very much for that, Cops. Because I think it's very much important also that we need to teach our artists that administration is very important.
It is.
Because exploitation comes with lack of knowledge in terms of administration. You see, if you are not educated to this is what I'm worth, you cannot even put a price tag on your work, So you need to know, this is what my work is worth,
Yes.
And as much as we are trying to build brands here, very soon some people will start wanting us in various spaces because of the impact that we are definitely going to make. Remember, we are not a tabloid show. We are talking about things that are meant to build, So definitely, as time goes on, this generation of us, which has been creeping under the carpet and has been going through gatekeeping systems, will rise. We will come up and then we will be seen. You'll be the next Tyler Perry, I'm telling you, and I always tell you that, I'm very impressed with your work. I'm very much impressed with your work, and especially the people that you surround yourself with. I was talking to him too the other day. He was here for an interview as well, and I spoke to him and said too, in other spaces as well, you have created some kind of a community that is art-orientated in a way. It's crazy. Look at Police.
Masile.
Masile nakadlali. It's busy, my brother. And look at the products that are coming out of these spaces. We've got our own crews now. Yourself, everybody is playing part into making sure which we leave a name. We leave a name in this industry. We leave a name in this industry. Yeah. So, my brother, a word or two for the people out there, advise those guys who are busy with Nyaube, choosing to show themselves.
Those who are busy with Nyaube. I don't know what advice I could give you. Kunzima bafethu. Kunzima. To those who are busy with Nyaube, I don't know what I should do, because even if bangamamela message, but the phone bazamamela kulo message bazoyichontsha. But I know it sounds cliche, but most of abantu ababhizi Nyaube are youth, everything is there. There's corruption everywhere, but everything is there. The resources are there, Whatever it is that you have, you need to use it to the best of your ability. Whatever space, whatever it is that you want to do, you just need to do it. Do not go with a wave. Do not go with what other people are saying most of the time, because most of the time, those who are negative are people who didn't even go anywhere. They were just afraid to try things. Don't be afraid to try things. Don't be afraid to fail. That's where success comes. Do not be afraid to be your own bosses. I feel like the education system is teaching us to be employees, not employers. So think out of the box. Think out of the box and try to be versatile as much as possible and open yourself to new ideas. Nothing is impossible. That's what I have to say to you guys. I feel like each and everything that I'm going to say has been said before. It works. From nothing to something. No malin. I think H2O said those lyrics, from nothing to something. It doesn't matter to go to malin. Knock on those doors. If they do not open the door, try the window. If they don't open the window, break it. Not literally, Nyaubes. Not literally. I'm just saying that if Lomnyanga uspani, zami wind would vule le window lady. And especially our industry, it's so small. It's so small, and it's so full of people. Banigas abantu that have got abakenanayo, but fortunately we've got the technology.
I feel the technology. In la TV station.
Exactly. If besifuna ukuthi sibe ne interview, if mafusana kune bemela abe mafusana ku-SABC, if bekumela mafusana podcast. We understand siyancenga that you are bringing. Who's smart? Who's smart? Who's smart?
What is his impact?
What is his impact? What has it done? But technology has made things easy. YouTube has made things easy. You can learn on YouTube. You can post whatever it is that you need to post on YouTube. So the opportunities and the platforms are there. Use it.
Yeah.
Use it.
Thank you very much. My brother. Thank you for bracing me, my brother, for coming over. Thank you very much, Chu. I've been wanting to host you, my brother. I've been wanting to have a word with you. I've been wanting to talk to you about this space, and I know it's not enough. I feel that we are still going to do some more talking, especially when the initiatives start coming. When you do your project, please come over. Let's talk to them. Let's talk about them. Let's get people involved. Let's advertise your auditions for your movie.
Yes.
Yeah.
We will.
Yeah.
Right here.
Right here on the show.
You always give me my first.
Yeah.
First podcast interview.
Yes.
First season. You.
Thank you, bro. Thank you, my brother.
I much appreciate my brother.
Exactly. Thank you, Thabang. Chovich. He's on Apple Cops number gang. Salute. Thanks, Mboshane. Thank you very much. It was nice. I loved it. The energy was like it was like a performance. I don't know. It felt like 5 minutes.
Hey, that's 5 minutes. I'm the magic
Tell you.
Mboshane coupons, man. Yeah, no, thank you so much, man.
No, thank
So when you do have